bit different today. We're going to be doing some stationary fishing first, and if that doesn't pan out, then we'll go out there and do some dragging. But it's cold weather right now. The water temperature is around 48 degrees, and the fish are probably laying in the bottom in the mud. And I think they're going to be in the deep water. Out there on the open water, there's only about 5 or 6 feet of water. In here, in the channel of this creek, water can get down to 10, 11 feet. Right off where I'm at now, it's 9 feet. So I'm going to fish in this deep water, just check it out for about a half an hour. If it doesn't work, we'll go out into the big water. So I'm going to get things set up. Sorry it's been so long. Got a lot of stuff going on right now. This is not my first fishing trip since, the last fishing video. I've probably been out 2 or 3 other times, but not a lot going on where there was anything worth posting the videos. Catching a lot of teener size fish, not even teener size fish, you know, good eaters, 6 to 10 pounds, but no trophy size fish. What I'm doing this morning, I keep on saying morning because I usually fish in the morning. It's about noontime right now. No, I can still say morning for another 10 minutes. But what I don't want to say I've discovered this. I usually can catch fish any time of the day. But what I've noticed in the late fall, early winter, is there's a bite first thing in the morning. It doesn't really last that long. Maybe about an hour after sunrise at the most. But then things kind of go quiet. And then around 11:30, 12 o'clock, there's another bite. And when I've caught trophy-sized fish, it's usually been in that noontime bite. It's funny because some of the other guys that go after the big catfish, they call noontime the hour of suck. That's Catfish Dave. But I don't know. Here in Eastern Virginia, the noontime bite is worth giving it a shot. And it seems like about every 4 hours, there's a peak. It's rare that the fish are biting throughout the day. Another thing I've noticed this year, all except for one day, the perch bite for bait has really stunk. I might catch 1 or 2 perch, and that's it. There's only been one time, and that was around May, I think, where the bite was unbelievable. It was like I was in a school of fish, and you could catch one fish right after another. And that's what I most likely use for bait. So, you know, I want to catch those perch, but I haven't been able to do it. So I go to the grocery store, the little fish market there, and I've talked about it before, about the catfish nuggets. The commercial catfish people go and fillet out the catfish, and they sell the fillets. But then the catfish bellies, there's a lot of meat on a big catfish. And they chop those up into chunks, and they call them catfish nuggets. And catfish will eat anything. And since the blue catfish are native to this area, and that's what I'm trying to catch, they make good bait. If I catch a little bullhead, I'll use it for bait. If I can't catch perch. Perch is my #1 bait. Okay, we got a good bite going on. Well, he's pulling some drag. That's because the drag's real loose. Oh, we got off. How did that happen? See if he comes back and picks it up. That's why he didn't come back and pick it up. Okay, so we'll try it again. I think that fish, he was over 20 pounds. He was really pulling drag. That bait that I was using, that was more store-bought bait. I got that at Kroger at the fish market, and they had some what they call lake yellow perch. It was some old yellow perch. I wouldn't have eaten the stuff. It looked like it was about a week old, kept on ice, not frozen. But it would make good bait. And there's yellow perch in here, and I've used yellow perch for bait. So I thought I'd give it a shot. That was a good bite. I like going out there and dragging, but I've only caught one trophy fish dragging. The rest of them have all been in the teen size range or smaller. I don't know, I think I caught one 26, 27 pounder. But in the creeks and in the mouth of the creeks, fishing stationary, I've caught the majority of my fish. Maybe that's because that's the way I started off fishing. I've been dragging for about 2 or 3 years now, and it's been productive, but I just haven't caught a lot of big fish like I have stationary fishing. And this is the only river where I fish, so it's not good to say that they're all like that or to imply that they're all like that. But for around here, the way I fish, that's what I found out. Boy, come on, fish. Let's have another bite. Last time I was out fishing, I made a video, but I caught 2 fish. And the last one I caught, I lost right at the boat. I was bringing them up without the net, and he was whisker hooked, and the hook came out. But I caught those fish on mullet. Ocean East Tackle Shop in Virginia Beach. They kind of cater to the saltwater folks. I mean, they have freshwater fishing gear and bait also, but they predominantly cater to the charter fishermen and the offshore fishermen. It's a nice shop. And they sell peeler crabs and fiddler crabs. You know, if you're going to go fishing for togs or channel bass, redfish that is. They sell a lot of live and frozen bait for that type of fishing. They also sell eels if you're cobia or striped bass fishing. And the mullet's good for that also. And one day I was out here fishing, and it was like October, and that's when the mullet come through here. This water on the North Landing River dumps into the Currituck Sound, and that's all brackish water, and the mullet will come upstream, and you'll see them. They jump clean out of the water when they're running. And I thought, well, if there's mullet in here, the catfish have got to eat them. So I bought some frozen mullet that looked, you know, halfway fresh, like it had just been caught. And I was dragging mullet and caught those 2 fish. I don't know if you can hear that noise. A couple of radial engines. Folks, I need to give you a little introduction before we get into the rest of the video. You see, what's about ready to happen here is the fishing early in the afternoon. You saw the one bite, nothing happened after that, and it was obvious that I wasn't going to catch any fish stationary in that the mouth of that creek. So the plan was to go out into the main river, get out into the channel, and fish upwind in the channel. There's deeper water there. There was a chance I'd find some big catfish, a chance. And as I'm getting the rods out, getting the planers set, getting them put in the rod holders, a lot of work involved in that. And then getting your course established without getting all the lines twisted up into a sweater. It was going to take some time, and I didn't want to burn up film. So I thought I'd get that done and then turn on the camera, and we'd have some action. About halfway there, I came across this line of crab pots. And the southernmost pot was about 100 yards from the shoreline. And I thought, well, I'll sneak around that, turn to the north, and then parallel the bank and stay close to that line of crab pots. I mean, the crabbers put those pots there for a reason. There's some contour line, or there's something that causes the crabs to gather up. And you've got the pot itself filled with bait. It's a natural attractant to the catfish. So there's a chance maybe I can pick one off of there. Just a chance, gotta try something, because nothing's working up to that point. I'm making my turn, and all of a sudden, I see the pot moving. I hear the line screaming off the reel, and it's not my first crab pot. I've tangled them up in them before, and I figured, well, I'm gonna have to put the trolling motor on spot lock, get all the rods in, and then go shack that terminal tackle that's hung up on either the pot or the line going up to the buoy. And that's what we do. We go and get everything, and it takes time. Now, what you're about to see is what happened after I got everything in. Oh, crap. GoPro, stop video. One more little detail. So, everything's in. I go and look up to the southwest to see that crab pot that's all tangled up. And previously I'd seen my planer kind of bobbing around, drifting in that vicinity. Well, the crab pot's stationary, it's not bobbing around anymore, and my planer's nowhere to be seen. And as I'm turning like this to take a look at the fishing rod is bent over to the left side forward of the boat, and I see the planer zinging through the water looking like it's going 50 miles an hour upstream. So obviously it's not latched onto the crab pot anymore, and the video will take it over from there. Holy smokes, I don't know what we got going on here, folks. I thought I was tied up in a crab pot. I don't know. I think we got a fish. Yeah, we got a fish. I think the fish was wrapped around the crab pot, but then he swam around it. Holy smokes, what have we got? Definitely a fish. Just not pulling a lot. Now he's pulling. Sport fans, this is a good fish. 20-pounder. Maybe a 30. It's been a while, sport fans. That's a trophy fish. May not be a citation, but he's a good fish. That could be a 40-pound fish. He's a horse. Here we go. Gonna have to break out the big scale. $43. That's a PB in the Northland. Oops, I can't say what river I'm in. It's the biggest one I've caught in this water. Oh, there he is, folks. Straighten out. Straighten out so the folks can see you. 43 pounds. Boy, he's got a gut on him. "42 inches. We gotta get a picture of this guy. Man, he's got a gut. gonna put him back in the water. Come on, big guy. You see the size of this thing? I wish I could hold him a little bit. I wish I could hold him a little bit further towards his tail so you can see how big his gut is. And I was slimed. That was a big fish. And I thought I was hung up in a crab pot. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to move back over there and rig back up. I've only caught one fish today, but it was a moose. Okay, folks, we got the lines back out. Fishing 3 rods, 2 planer boards out the side, and 1 down the middle. Got a little bit more wind now. That's a good thing. The wind breaks up the surface, makes a little bit more noise, so we're not making a big distraction. So we're going to stay about 200 yards, 175 yards off the bank and just move down. Get close to this crab pot. It's possible that the crab pot had something to do with catching that fish. If there are crabs in the pot, or if there's a lot of bait in the pot to catch crabs, the catfish might be hanging around it. It's also some structure that the catfish ought to like. When I was going by that crab pot, not this one behind the boat, but the one further behind, I was worried about getting too close to it and getting hung up in it. And then the drag started going out, and I looked at the crab pot, and the pot was moving. So I thought, oh no, I've gotten hung up in that crab pot. It's not the first time. So I reeled in all the lines And I even turned off the camera because I figured, well, I'm going to be untangling that line off of the crab pot. There's no sense catching video of it. And when I got all the lines reeled in, I noticed that the planer board had already passed the boat and it wasn't anywhere near the crab pot. So I was a little confused about what was going on, but it didn't take long to figure it out. And still, I didn't think it was a very big fish, maybe a 20-pounder. And when he finally figured out what was going on, and I figured out what was going on, we both got into the fight. He started yanking some drag on me. Okay, folks, I think we're going to call it. Well, I don't think we're going to call it. We are going to call it. Only caught one fish, but it was a nice one. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been on the water, so it was nice to catch fish again. It was nice to just go fishing. We're gonna have to do it again sometime. I've got some things going on where it makes it a little difficult to go fishing, but I ought to be able to go hopefully at least once a week. It'll have to be in the afternoon because all my mornings are tied up, but we'll get back out here now that I know that when I can get that yellow perch at the grocery store, it's pretty good bait, because I still can't catch any bait fish in here. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. We had a pretty good day though. We'll catch you later. One more time signing off while we're in number 8's lair here. Number 8 shares the hangar with White Lightning here. This is my RV6A 2-seat high-speed go-fast airplane, and it also shares the hangar with my RC airplane over there. One of the RC airplanes. I think we got another one over there. Anyway, that's besides the point. This is what number 8 does when it's not doing anything else. It's protected by the wind and rain. We got electricity in here so we can charge the trolling motor battery. Ready to strike out again. So we'll see you next time out on the water. Flying fisherman from here. See you later. Bye.